Hey guys, and welcome back to Irma Sofra. Today I'm going to be showing you a very classic and amazing dish from my region of Montenegro called Kacamak. It's a polenta dish that's served with a cheese sauce on top, so stay tuned for how I make it when I'm missing Montenegro. So this is in no way, shape, or form the way the Italians make their polenta. The Montenegrin way is so much easier. I start off with the sauce. I have some butter melting here, and then from there I'm going to add in some sour cream. And what I like to do is I just like to mix that until the sour cream has blended in, not all the way into the butter because I like to see a little bit of that fat separate from the dairy. And then from there I add in my feta and I add in salt. Now it's your preference. I think 1/4 cup for this recipe is perfect, but you can add as much or as little as you like, and then salt to taste. And then I leave that to the side and I begin with my polenta. And like I said, this is super easy, and this isn't the way the Italians make it like I mentioned before. This is very quick. When Italians make their polenta, it starts from 1 hour all the way up to 2.5 hours. This is start to finish, maybe like 20 minutes. Super easy. So when it comes to making kacamak, the star of the show is always KAJMAK or clotted cream. If you don't have it stocked up in your freezer like a typical Balkan person like me, no big deal. Just make sure that you use a high quality butter when you're making your sauce. Something like a grass-fed cow's milk butter is the best. Kerrygold is my favorite. It's an Irish butter, but really anything that you have on hand, just make sure that it's a very, very good quality butter. All right, so now that our sauce is done, I'm going to start working on our polenta. So I have some water here that's boiling. I'm gonna add some salt and I'm gonna add a tablespoon of butter to that. And then I'm gonna take a whisk and I'm going to take out my pre-measured cornmeal. I'm just using basic Aunt Jemima yellow cornmeal, the original. It's not the self-rising one. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start whisking that water, and then I'm gonna slowly start adding in my cornmeal. Now, by doing this, you're gonna incorporate that in quicker, and you're not gonna get lumps. In the beginning, it looks like it's gonna be lumpy, but you're just gonna whisk until your arm falls off pretty much, and then you're gonna get a nice and smooth consistency. And you just wanna whisk that until everything is beautiful and well combined. Now you're just going to keep whisking, whisking, whisking. Once you're done whisking, you're going to then take your lid and you're going to cover it for about 3 to 4 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, nothing crazy. This is such a fine cornmeal that it doesn't need to steam that long. Use an organic or a thicker cut of cornmeal. That's obviously going to take longer. I have tried using that for kacamak and it takes much longer and I wouldn't recommend it. So honestly, just use any basic really fine cornmeal for this recipe because it's a lot quicker. So here I'm just covering it, and then 3 to 4 minutes later you guys can see it's nice. It's thickened up, but this is the consistency we're looking for. We're not looking for like Italian polenta where it's runny. We want this to be nice and thick so that when we put the sauce over, it just absorbs all of that sour cream buttery goodness. So what you want to do is while the polenta is nice and hot, you want to put it in your serving bowl, and then you're going to spoon over that sour cream, butter, and feta cheese mixture, and then I top it off with the clotted cream or KAJMAK. Again, if you don't have that, no big deal. Just make sure that you use a good quality butter like I mentioned before. And that's pretty much it, you guys. It's so easy. Like I mentioned, beginning to end, like 20 minutes. And we eat this, believe it or not, for breakfast. So, you know, you clog up all your arteries early in the morning and then you're ready to go for the day. It's perfect. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Add me on Instagram and I will see you guys next time.